So Rachel stands for Remote Area Community Hotspot for Education and Learning. And I'm going to talk about this version. We do still sell the Raspberry Pi version, but this one has so many advantages that we really recommend this one, which we call Rachel Plus. So I'm going to just quickly tell you why it's so awesome. First of all, it's just plug and play. It really requires no setup, no technical skills. Anyone can press the button, turn it on, and create a Wi-Fi hotspot that allows all of the computers or devices in a room to connect to the content on it. It doesn't require internet, so you could use it in a boat, you could use it on an airplane, you could use it at the top of a mountain or deep in the jungle. It works with all computers. That was really important to us because, as you've probably seen in the field, a lot of the devices are quite a bit older. So we made sure to build a device that works with both old and new devices. This one has 500 gigabytes of storage. We have a version coming out really soon. They'll be in our office next week. We'll have a newer version of Rachel that has an upgraded processor, and it will also give you the option to upgrade to a terabyte of data. It can connect to up to 50 users at a time. We're going to test that out this morning. I can see there's a little more than 50 people here. Basically, the way it works is if you have everyone streaming videos on Khan Academy, it's more like 20 to 25 users at a time. But if people are just reading books or browsing Wikipedia, it'll be closer to 50. So we'll give that a try. We make it really easy to add your own content, and it's also possible to update Rachel. So you buy it, you get all the content that we've got today, and let's say we add a new module or an updated version of a module like Wikipedia that you want. One option is take this to somewhere with internet and just plug it directly into the Ethernet, and it's a really easy interface. You just download updates. You can also download the updates onto a USB and then take that USB to Rachel if you don't want to bring this all the way to internet. And we make it easy to build your own. So if you have somebody on your team with technical skills, all of the software, the operating system that we built, and all of our content are free. So all you need is any kind of computer. Most people use Raspberry Pi. But we sell this version of Rachel for $399. And then for those who are a little bit more technical and want to know what's inside here, it's an 8-hour battery. It's a full server with a dual-core Intel processor. It's got 4 gigabytes of RAM. The dual-band Wi-Fi wireless router is what allows old and new devices to connect. 32-bit Ubuntu operating system. And like I said, quite a lot of storage. So you do need to plug it in occasionally, like you do with your tablets or laptops, but it will run for up to 8 hours just on the battery here. So the next thing we're going to do is, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use Rachel. I'm going to turn on this button, and you'll see it looks like a Wi-Fi router. It's going to emit a Wi-Fi signal that is about as strong as your home Wi-Fi router. So I'm going to ask Wanda to put that in the middle of the room so that people in the back can connect. And the way it works is it's just like you're going and looking for a new Wi-Fi signal. So if you were going to connect to the Wi-Fi here, you would open up your settings and go to Wi-Fi. But instead of connecting to actual internet, you will connect to a signal called Rachel. And once you're connected to Rachel, there's no password. Then you can open up any web browser. So that could be Google Chrome, Safari, whatever you've got on your phone. And then you type in the address bar, you type in the number, which is also written on the Rachel. It's 192.168.88.1. And once you hit go, you should see Rachel and all of the content on there. A lot of people do use Rachel to distribute their own content, and there are 2 different ways to do it. One is to use, you might even see on there, a module called File Uploader. So if you just want to upload a few files, or you want your teachers to be able to download a video from their local internet cafe or a PDF and share it, they can do that. If you have a lot of content that you want to share with other users, we can host it for you. So you can send us your content, and that could be videos, PDFs, anything you want, and we will make a module for you and preload it onto Rachel. So that way, if you're buying 50 of them or something like that, you don't have to go and individually upload it every time. So everything that we put on Rachel is either openly licensed as an open educational resource, or we have permission from the content creators to share it widely with anybody who wants it. A lot of times, especially when teachers are first starting out using Rachel, They will hide everything except for one module that they want their students to focus on in class. Yeah, there is a way to delete things. People mainly use that if, for example, there's a large content module that's taking up a lot of storage space that you don't ever use. You might want to delete it to make room for more content. We have a full version of Wikipedia on there, which is searchable. And we also have a version called Wikipedia for Schools. So if you're with children and you don't want them to be able to access kind of the more advanced content, and some people just choose to hide content because it's not appropriate for their culture or their religion, and that's fine too. I think Wikipedia is probably the most common one that people would hide. I've occasionally heard of great books of the world, like people want to take out certain books because they find it inappropriate, and that's possible as well. We do have some basic content about agricultural information, especially in East Africa. Our agricultural information is pretty strong because it's been curated by our Kenya chapter and there's a large demand for it there. In terms of health information, we do have some good stuff. We could always add more. Can we tie the Rachel content to the curriculum, the national curriculum, so that teachers of a specific grade and subject can go straight to Rachel and find all the materials they need? That is absolutely the direction that we are heading. We've done it a little bit in some areas. It's mainly done by our chapters. So for example, Guatemala, our chapter just signed an agreement with the Ministry of Education. So they've got all of the materials in Mayan languages from the ministry, that is developed by the Ministry of Education on Rachel. And they have taken the time to work with local curriculum experts and teachers to map some of the content to the curriculum. It is quite a long process is to do it well, I think. But it is the goal of each of our chapters, and part of the mandate and part of the budget for opening new chapters is, so in Tanzania and Ghana, a good chunk of their budget is devoted to hiring experts to come and map content to the curriculum. And that includes not just taking the content we already have and making it work with the curriculum, but of course getting content that's needed. In some cases, it's very specific. Basically, if you have content that you want to share with everybody and it's requested by our users, we will do it for free, with the caveat that it takes us a long time to get to content, to be perfectly honest. We do like 1 or 2 modules a month, and we have, I think, 15 or so that are currently on our list that we will get to eventually. But we're just such a small team. We have one tech guy, and he's in charge of everything, not just content, but hardware and tech support, that sort of thing. If you want us to prioritize it, if you say like, we need this content, we need it next month, we can work out a fee for that. Usually it's $500 a day to pay our tech team to do like specific content just for you. And it can take building a new module takes 1 to 3 days, depending on how complex it is. I know it's a little bit old school, but we have a very active community forum online and it's the best way to get tech support from our staff. And we also have quite a lot of volunteers and users in the field who know quite a bit about using Rachel and are happy to help out. So people use it for tech support. They use it to get input on ideas for implementation. They use it to connect with other people working in their geographical region. Like if you just want to know who's got Rachel in Papua New Guinea, like our online forums are the best way to do it. And you can get there from our website, or just community.rachelfriends.org is the way to get there. Well, thank you all so much. Happy to talk to you later too.